Hello everyone, my name is Brandon. I'll be talking about how the how the sleep cycle is important to how the sleep cycle is important to our bodies as well as our minds. Essentially, the sleep cycle has been talked about since the 1920s and it's been talked about more recently after after dis after dis excuse me after discovering health the health how do I say this the health benefits of getting lots of sleep as well as the health defects of not having enough. Firstly, the importance of sleep is often looked over when going through your workout routine, especially for teens and preteens when they're still developing mentally and physically. Lack of sleep can be absolutely it can stunt their knowledge growth as well as their physical health as well. According to the NCBI, lack of sleep can cause high high blood pressure, diabetes, heart attack, as well as a stroke. Besides that, it can also make it harder for you to lose weight, cause onset de onset de onset depression, as well as impairment in immunity and a lower sex drive. Like I said before, the study of sleep happened in the 1920s by a man named Dr. Dr. Nathaniel Kleiman, I believe is how you say his name, who started the research on cir the circadian the circadian rhythm, which the cir the circadian rhythm is a cycle that our bodies go through when we go to sleep when we go to sleep every night. The first stage, it's a very brief stage, normally about half an hour to 45 minutes, and it is basically just you starting to fall asleep. You get normally your heartbeat will slow down, your breathing will slow, and your eye movements or your eyes won't move much. Stage two is the non-REM sleep, which is your last period of light sleep before you fall into your deep sleep. Your muscles will relax even further, heartbeat will drop even more, normally to the 40 to 50s range, and your breathing will also be slowed down. And lastly, your body temp will drop since you're not moving and it doesn't need to regulate your organs as much, as well as no eye movements. Stage three is your last stage of non-REM sleep. But the only difference from stage two is that you're officially in a deep sleep that that you will need in order to feel I guess, ready for the ready for the next day. This one is one of the this is the longest period of your first half of your sleep. Lastly, we have the REM sleep, and REM stands for rapid eye movement, which is literally your eyes are just moving very, very quickly from side to side. Of course, your eyes will be closed. This is typically when you would dream. It causes your brain activity to bring closer to when we are conscious. So of course you're still sleeping, but your brain has a sense that you're not. Basically, your brain has a sense that that you're not dead. Moving into the chemistry of sleep, according to the school of sleep education, when the super suprachiasmatic nucleus doesn't detect light, the pineal gland produces a hormone called melatonin, which makes us feel drowsy. And oftentimes, if someone has trouble sleeping, you can take a medicine of melatonin that you could buy at your local drugstore. When we sleep, our organs and tissues also get the rest they need. And while they're not sleeping because they're still functioning, but their functions are very, very slowed down. Lastly, the impacts of sleep are the pros and cons. The pros being that your overall health well-being will be improved. You will be more social, like going out and talking to people and just being in a good mood, I guess. And you'll be able to concentrate for longer periods of time, and you'll have a decreased chance of obesity, heart attacks, as as well as strokes. Negatively, you will become socially socially isolated. You will have increased anxiety and a very big a range of diseases that can lead to an increased chance of cancer, which will ultimately lead to death. That was it. Thank you all for listening. This has been my presentation on the sleep cycle.